most of them, yeah, I will say most of them are pretty good that I've worked with. And if not, they're usually gone by a couple of times. I've run them all. Not by anything that I mean, I just don't want to do it.
Right.
Well, I'll tell them sometimes. I have run a few guys off. Very well done, lots of things that you did. Everybody can learn how to run. I'm just going to try to point out some things that we did. Everybody can learn how to rotate better. So a lot of these things we're doing with better body posture starts with this tilt. This helps the rotation, helps the swing play. This is an absolute. Must be done, must be worked at. Don't slip into this. Force yourself to do this, okay? So that, that very important thing. I know you're probably going to run into coaches and so forth. Bottom line on this is, look, if you start hitting better, they're probably going to leave you alone. So, you just have to work through, okay, now this guy's telling me this shit, I know it's wrong, okay, what I need to do, once I start hitting better, let's say, or you go into a situation, get better, they may say, that guy's doing everything wrong, hitting the shit out of the ball, leave him alone. That's the ideal thing, right? But here's the thing, don't, and it's a difficult thing for a young guy, you're going to, with coaches, and they're supposed to be good, and kind of you're saying, damn, I'm just a little kid, how the hell can I know more than this guy? He's the authority. No, he's not. He may be legal authority in some ways, but hitting authority? No, chances are, if you've been paying half attention to what I've been saying, a third attention to all of what I've been saying, you're probably smarter than him. So you want to listen to people, but don't necessarily be influenced by them. I'm going to say listen, but if somebody's telling you to stand up, stand tall, stay stacked, no, they're just simply wrong. And so you have to listen to it and you go, I don't think so. That doesn't sound right to me. So you also can't mix my stuff with somebody else. Well, he said to stack and he said to do this, so I'm just going to kind of do a little bit of both. No, it's not going to work. It's usually going to be, unless I tell you specifically, you tell me, hey, this guy said this, this, and this, and I go, okay, that's all right, because you can kind of see it like that, and here's how I explain it, it's okay. About 99% of the shit I see, they're not in that category. They're just simply wrong. It's not a question of, well, that's a pretty good interpretation of what I'm saying and what I see. It's a little bit different, take on it. No, it's stupid, it's wrong, it sucks, it's no good. It's trash. No, just put the hand up to it. Listen to it, but you're kind of, in effect, your body and mind are putting the hand up to it, okay? So you just got to kind of fight that. Your dad's going to be there to help you. The other thing is, too, you can't let that kind of thing get to you very much. The guy's going to say all kinds of things. It's kind of like anything else. Coach screams at you. You can go home and cry like a big baby, or you can say, I hate your guts and I'm going to play better because you're pissing me off. That's probably the second one you find the best. If you can be somewhat neutral, that guy's kind of an asshole, but whatever, I'm playing out here. I'm not going to let him bother me. This game is fun. I'm not going to let some jerk kind of ruin my fun at this. You got to look at it. Those latter two ways of coming. That's how you have to look at this stuff. Baseball should be fun. It shouldn't be work. It shouldn't be some kind of very, very extraordinarily serious thing. No, it's fun. Go out and have fun doing this stuff. Have fun trying to get better at doing this stuff. That's what I'm going to tell you and everybody else.
They're listening.
This stuff here, we had, you did a lot of work, a lot of stuff. Was it that just awful, god-awful hard? No, I think you had fun doing it. And
did you?
You did it well, and you picked up on some things. It was a good learning experience. And that's what life mostly should be. Can I learn from something? Can I get better at it? Can this help me, in some way down the road? So all these kinds of things. I know you're a 14-year-old guy. You're not some little 10-year-old, 8-year-old. You're not an adult, but you're kind of headed there. You need to kind of think in some ways that are somewhat mature and some ways that kind of help you get through. Let's say in this case, bad coaches.
Makes sense.
So now, as far as some of the things we did. Again, I'm going to emphasize lead arm swings. I'm telling you, my 12 years experience teaching, I've said the single best thing people can do to help create a better swing is to really concentrate on lead arm swings and doing them well. It's not always like I go out there and do them any old way. Doing them like you did them here, the kind of thoughtfulness and focus, these will help. So if you did nothing else but some of these lead arm swings I showed, you're going to get better as a result of doing that. You can take it to the bank. Body posture, aside from the tilt, that's very important. Just make sure when you're loading back. People say loading back. No. Keep the body centered. Keep the head somewhat out here, and bring these arms back. Get that feel. Whether you're striding, we had the cocking of the head a little bit out here, tilted over. That's how it should look and feel. Kind of leaning out. You get this feeling of leaning out. You need to get that, like I said about the tilt over until you feel uncomfortable. That's probably for you right now going to be about right. So it's going to be here. Oh, shit. Does that feel right? Okay, yeah, it is right here. Trust me. When I first started doing this years ago, I don't think I said it was stupid, but it was certainly a lot of these things were not natural to me. Not some things were. Quite a few of these things weren't. So over time I've learned. I certainly didn't think initially this kind of weird setup with the wrist was very good. That seemed odd, stupid. I even said it myself, but as it turns out, no. Actually, it's pretty smart. And most hitters do it. Either it's set up or as they start the swing, they develop it. So it's kind of easier just to kind of start with. So pay attention to this. No death grip here. Watch these angles. We did some things with that lead arm swing, held it like this. Another very good swing. The neck drill, whether it's lead arm swing or both hands on the bat, if you're throwing things like this, you need to kind of an orientation of bat around the head. Tilt over, keep it up. Don't let this back arm be pulling all this shit around. Right here, lead arm up. Minimize movement back in here. Set yourself up better for a good unload, good swing plane. So that neck drill thing, that helped a hell of a lot. So repeatedly, this back getting in line here, kind of laid behind this, coming slightly under this, right through it. Very, very well done. Back arm swing, like I said, to really master this ability to wherever this swing's pretty far out in front of me, I'm still not allowing that back arm to get very far forward. Back arm swings, and we were doing one here, but just the regular, or not regular, eliminating counter rotation, this position right here, working and turning. It's a very good practice swing to do. And the difference between, hey, did I end here, or was I really right through here? Now, you don't want to cut it through here kind of like this, because that leads to flattening it out. So it basically just boils down to what we do quite a bit of, some version of this where you're sitting here and you just turn with the steepness of the shoulders matching this kind of angle. If you're going to go use this, make sure you get a steep enough angle if you're practicing this. I'm almost going to say it can't be too steep.
Really?
We set it here like this, and you're working on low and inside pitches. That's actually a very good thing to do. I've done it many times. Set the tee out kind of in front of me, very low, and in, trying to kind of get to the inside here, and swing kind of like that. So that don't start with that. But my point is, as far as don't start with the tee, because that's you got to really turn a lot of these low inside pitches to maintain really good angle. But my point is, have it at least this steep, right?
Okay.
If you had some pipe to lay it out here, it's a very good thing to do. I have my Olympic bar. I've taken hundreds of swings over. It doesn't have to be necessarily 2 bars, but I'll take it, put an angle, come right through here, put a bag here, so this, I'm getting this feeling of coming right through here with this. Everything is along this line. It's slightly over under. Stride swings. Like I say, the main thing I think that will help. I think it's on the stride swings you're doing. They look good. Don't necessarily have to be real wide. I wouldn't start too wide. But let's say even something like this, pretty good. But start with the leg a little bit cocked. Try to move it back. Hold the body in place. Move it back a little bit like that. You can slide it back, keeping the head here. If you do that, that'll help control the stride. That's one of the most effective things you can do to maintain the stride posture. That you really, let's say you started with it. I want to keep it as I get out here. It's very smart to do that. Working off some kind of box or something where you're getting the feel of falling rather than reaching. So that's how you kind of get the feel of it. It's helpful. Anything else? No, I think that's about it. The only pretty much the last thing I would say is, look, a lot of this stuff is it's like an exercise program. You've been engaged in it. Every time you come to me, I'm going to be a little bit more specific. I'm going to be a little bit more precise in terms of what I want you to do and what and what you're needing to do. So it's kind of it's an evolving kind of, you're building upon things you started a couple of years ago, getting better at it. Continue to try to get as precise as you possibly can. But understand, a lot of these things I'm showing, well, in fact, almost everything I'm showing you is what really, really good hitters do. We're talking about big league hitters, some of the best ones. So this is, you're not going to be perfect every time. You're certainly not going to go out and just start killing balls after, one or two practice sessions, right? But think about it like, take the stuff that we did, take the next month, couple months, 6 months. Over this next 6 months, a year period, work at some of this stuff. You'll be surprised how good. I know for a 14-year-old, the year seems like an eternity. I wished it was, but it's not. Don't get too frustrated, but go about it in a pretty smart way. Kind of demand of yourself, not too much, but don't be sloppy and just kind of going through the motions on this stuff. I'd rather see you, not even do anything, go out kind of half-ass it, and that's not going to help you. But give yourself some time to do this. You're going to get better. I have no doubt about that. So, okay, I'll shut up now. Anything else? Is that it? We're done.